Back out here to check on Crazy Keith's Challenger.
I'll get drunk Thursday.
See if D. Wayne's got her back together or not. We got to have a progress report. Can't be holding us up no longer. Got the CUDA looking good.
What is it?
Said you got the CUDA looking good.
Hey, it's a little dusty.
Them rims look good.
Huh?
Them rims look good. Whoever you got them off of.
Well, I got them off of you, but I pulled them off the car one night. And a case of beer.
Do wonders for
in about 7 hours.
Oh, hell. You let them get that dirty? Because I had them clean when I sold it to you.
Well, yeah, you had them cleaned up a little bit, but they set in Greg's shop.
Oh, well,
the engine builder, rear end builder guy.
Yeah, that could. Yep. We're looking good. So what's the update on old Crazy Keith's car? What's going on? What's been going on with this car that's been fighting you tooth and nail all the way?
It has.
In and out.
I just want to let everybody know, you can be the greatest at anything that you want to do, but when the car is like Christine's long lost daughter, and I told Keith this, me and Keith were talking, he's like, man, he goes, I've never had this kind of trouble on the car going back together. I said, yeah, well, she's been setting for 2 years. He's like, yeah, damn it. And it was one of them things to where Keith just didn't have the time. Yeah. You know, Keith works 60, 70 hours a week, takes care of his mom, and it's not that she's bedridden or nothing, but he makes her dinner every night and stuff like that. Junior was talking to me one day. I said, hey, man, why don't you just call Keith up and tell him you can come up and get his car and you'll put his motor and stuff in it. Well, I never met Keith. And we were sitting over at Greg Sanford's one day, and the Hemi's ready to go together. And I needed, what was it, a timing cover gasket?
Yep.
And you said, Keith's on his way. I said, well, let's call Keith. Called Keith up, and damn it, he bought me one. He never met me before in my life.
Went clear out of his way.
Listen.
3 different stores.
Well, he came from Dayton, down there by
Woodman Drive.
Woodman Drive. He come down from Woodman Drive and went all over Springfield and everywhere. Brought me that gasket kit. Said I owed him 20 bucks. I gave him a $20 bill, gave him a hug and a kiss on the forehead, and said, buddy, you ever need anything, you get a hold of me, because that's what Mopar brothers do. Mopar Nation, Team Mopar. I mean, we just do that. And once he did that, the weather broke. I think it was April or May. I said, man, I'll come and get your car. Well, we just thought the motor needed touched up a little bit, but it ended up he needed to go ahead and get the block work done. He wanted to get a block put in the car so the car would run.
Oh, so that is a different block and shit.
That is a different block.
Okay, he didn't sleeve that one cylinder, he got a different block.
No, he got a whole different block. So I called Rosie Robertson down at Robertson Race Engines. I said, hey man, you got a 40 block? He said, yeah, I got one that's been machined, line honed, board, new cam bearings. I said, will you take for it? He said $400, and I said, all right. Called Keith up. He's like, damn it, you son of a gun, you got me a block in 10 minutes. Then, so then we thought the block was coming back, and it didn't. The motor mounts were left on the old block. So that set us back a month.
Got the new block back, but the old block still had the old motor
mounts on it. Because we thought we put the old block in it, I never unbolted the motor mounts.
Yeah, and we verified that.
Yep.
We had to go back to video
4 or 5 times because I tore my garage apart one day looking for it. I mean, and I told Keith, so I tried to get everything to work. And I was like, Keith, let's just pro mount this bitch. He said, you know I would, but I ain't going to right now. And I said, okay, that's fine. That's your prerogative. Got the motor mounts, got the motor set in the car, all bolted, the bell housing bolted up. We're ready to put the starter on, put torque bolts in. Well, brand new torque bolts. I didn't thread chase the threads. So that's my fault. So we pulled the motor back out, put the motor back in, got everything lined up, and this was all done in like a day and a half. So
back in
6 times last weekend.
6 times?
Last weekend.
Oh, fuck.
Then, the one tool that block because it's got a mini starter on it, to where the old gear reduction starter would have fit right in there.
Yeah.
So we're looking around. You know, we're out here outside of Washington Courthouse in the country, and we just didn't know where to go get a Dremel tool out at midnight on a Saturday. So we went across the road. I woke up my beautiful, understanding fiance, and I said, "Hey, you got a Dremel tool?" She goes, "Yeah, there's one out in the garage." So I went and borrowed the tool from her, ground the slag out, and the reason the slag needed ground out is one bolt would line up and not both bolts.
Huh.
So we got both bolts to line up after the slag was ground out, and motor's in, the carburetor's on it. I got to order 2 new fittings for the fuel lines because they're a 10, and I've got 6 to go in. So that's pretty much the hang up right now. But then Keith told me, he said, "Hey, let's get your car ready because you're going to Nationals. I just want to try to go to the gathering of the geezers. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and get the hood straightened out. Keith's car is probably, I want to say 2-3 hours away from being fired up.
Yeah, your hood with a little spacer with a little.
1 inch is a lot, bud.
Yeah. But we got somebody that can fix that.
Yes,
So-
Mr. Larry Augustine at Sled City Fiberglass.
So,
We're going to go ahead and measure this out, and I think this is going to be a big box, 5 inches. I love this. I do. I love it. Then, on the other thing is, the intake that's on the car will not be on the car next year. I'm wound tighter than a fiddle string, guys. And when it's about these Mopars, you just go to get it done. I've had the Pettises. When I say the Pettises, we got Joe 1, Joe 2, and Joe 3. They've helped me tune the car. Greg Sanford built the engine. Eric Hale's been on me just to calm down, be consistent, let the car come to you. We'll get the car where it needs to be.
motor sounds good.
Well, we went to Norwalk and we dialed the car in and went 1025.
Well, I was going to say, now this race coming up on Friday. It's in the bag, but we need to do the lights.
I think his discussion and our discussion, it wasn't nothing about a light, it was about an ET. So, so I think Larry and I will sit down. I talked to him today. I asked him how his car was doing. He said it's in the box and ready to go. So he's one step ahead of me. So we're gonna have dinner for Thursday night. Him and I will grill him out some good old pork chops and get some mashed potatoes and sit down and relax, and we'll talk out the
Steps.
the details of it. But at the end of the day, you know, that's one of them people that I helped out. I just helped him out for a little bit in the winter and went to a few races with him, and I was like, man, the competitive edge, I got a race. I just got to.
I mean, if you can outrun him or if you can't beat him, that's
and if I can,
doing a lot. I mean, it's doing a lot because he is on it. I mean, he's dead. Yes, he's on it. I mean, it's saying something if you do.
The first race I went to with him,
If you don't, it's okay because he's on it.
the first race I went to with Larry, he got down to the quarterfinals and he raced Dirk Hale. Dirk had a 0049. Larry had a 0050, and it was a race to the stripe.
Man.
And I'll tell you what, when you can learn from more losing than winning in a race, you know, especially something like that. So I will, the video's going to be kind of long. I will tell you what happened in the walk. So go there Friday. I'm switching carburetors back and forth on this car. The carburetor that I put on it, I robbed the rear jets out of it to put on another carburetor. Okay. The car went a 1050. It was a 1053. Alright, with no rear jets and the timing bouncing everywhere. So my second, time trial was out there messing around. The car dies. So I turn everything off, get it fired up, and I leave the line. Turn the fuel on, fire it up, get down. And it was funny because the dude ran it. It was just a time trial, but everything was still better for mine. So from the 330 to the quarter, I went 112.8 mile an hour, and it had the little wind thing beside my it was a 17:35 time run. We had a little bit of ignition problems that the Pettis has really figured out. Joe drives a 66 M8R. He put me in the water box. I did my burnout, and that's when all that stuff happened. And he's like, timing, something's wrong with the timing. So he pulls the distributor out of there, goes, get rid of that crank trigger, pulls the bronze gear. I mean, we just went through it, spent like $600 in 20 minutes. But it was all there at the show.
Yeah.
So we got the car come around. And when she started coming around, you know, Dirk come over there, and Joe won. We're going to go to the Pettis' shop so you can meet these guys. Joe won, said, I'm working that carburetor a little bit. So we pulled the front bowl off, you know, we're sitting there looking, we changed the jets. We pulled the rear off, and we just both started laughing. There was no jets in it at all. So we pulled a plug, and Dirk's like, yeah, she's running fat. He goes, well, I don't know if a top alcohol dragster would burn this much fuel. And I'm a novice. Like you guys know, I work for a living and come home and tinker around with this car, and everybody in my life suffers from it. But they told me one time, you see an enclosed trailer going down the road with a car in it to a drag strip. There was a sticker on the back of this trailer that said on the other side of this door, there is a disease, there is no cure for it. So parents, if you want to teach your kids how to stay off of drugs, let them get into racing, because they'll never have money for nothing else. It's always something. I want everybody to like and subscribe.
Well, let's check out Keith's car real quick. Let's see his motor situation. We'll be right back. We're gonna check out Crazy Keith's motor install here. Alright, we're back in here. Check out Keith's new motor. Well, he's pretty much got her in there, almost ready to go. Got to get the wires on, radiator hoses hooked up, throttle cable. And so now he's going to run this 1050 instead of the 950.
He's going to run that 1050. Actually, the only reason I'm able to drag race this year is because of Keith Smith.
Because you got his 950 on your car.
His 950's on my car, and I told him, I said, Keith, I don't know if you know your 950 and go to 10s or not. He started laughing. He goes, no. I said, it will.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to buy it off of him all year, and he's like, it's on your car, it's okay. But the only reason I'm able to drag race this year is because of Keith Smith.
Yeah. So
AKA the Stalker, AKA Crazy Keith, AKA Curly. I love him with my whole damn heart, and he knows it. Anything that he needs, it's going to happen.
So what was this motor again? Was it like, it's a 40 over or 30 over 440?
It's a 40 over 440. And yesterday, actually, Junior jinxed the hell out of me. I dropped a nut down into the intake.
Well, you was fiddling around there with some nuts, bolting that on. I was like, I better put a rag in there.
Yeah, as soon as he put the rag in there, I dropped it, and it went down. I ended up getting it out with a magnet, and Keith, man, his heart went to his...
I thought Keith was going to kick the shit out of you.
Well, I told Keith, I said, Keith, if that was going to be detrimental, I'd have pulled that motor right back out of there, and I'd have set that Hemi in there.
I thought one of his big clubs were going to go left hook.
Honest to goodness, man.
It was an accident, I mean, but...
Yeah, but I would have unbolted this motor, I would have set my Hemi in there with a motor plate and said, hey, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll take the motor out when I get yours fixed.
We were just lucky that valve was shut, and you hooked it with a magnet and pulled her out. Still had to pull the intake off, but that's better than pulling the head off.
Yeah, I pulled that intake off about 5 minutes.
Yeah. But he's almost ready to go. He's getting this ready for the gathering of the geezers the weekend after the Nationals, so I think he's going to be there And I think he's going to be happy with the motor. But I just wanted to come over and give you an update on his motor. I know we ain't done another video on it in a while. And I just want to keep everybody tuned in to what's going on with him, because he's really into racing. He's just wanting to get back out there. It's been, what's it been, 2 years since he's been on the track?
Yeah, I told him if the car wasn't ready for Kathy and diesel, I'd let him bring my car.
Well, that's, as long as he gets to run something, I think that's all that matters.
I told him, I said, man, I said, just run it.
Yep. Yeah, he'll be ready. Fuck, all that's left just a few, I mean, an hour's worth of work, if that. It'll be fired up. So, yeah, there's the old wagon, the old 64. But no, I just want to give everybody a quick update on what's going on with Keith stuff. I didn't want to leave him out on the videos, but we've been busy on other crap. But we're gonna keep him in the loop and keep his car on the channel, because he's part of the channel and part of the family. So he's one of us. Yeah, but he's gonna be ready to go. But just keep watching, keep liking, subscribing, and then this weekend I'm gonna do a few videos at the Nationals. So if anybody's going up, just keep an eye out, and you'll probably see your car on there, because I'm gonna shoot a little bit of video, a lot of pictures and stuff. So just stay tuned. We'll see you later.